Hey, thank you so much for watching and listening. Of course, we're stoked that you're here, and I want you to subscribe because we have fantastic content. And I want to introduce you to my new friend, Michael Gibson.
Hi.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Totally stoked you're here. I like your boots.
Oh, well, you know, I have to come to Colorado.
Colorado, yeah.
I was expecting snow, so I was like, I got to break out the big boot. We don't have to wear a lot of these in Springfield, Missouri.
No, but these could double as like old school, like snowboarding boots.
That's right. That's right. And
Or
they have
ski
these
boots.
spikes, so I think I can. I don't slip into
The
snow.
little ridge.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be a quick stop, and then you'd be like,
That's right.
That's good.
Right.
Did you ever ski?
You know, I love to ski. I love to ski. I've been coming to Colorado, honestly, for my whole life. And my grandfather had a place in Keystone. And so, you know, I know, right?
Yes.
I love to ski. And so my parents would put me in ski school. And then, you know, my grandfather loved to take risks. And so he would say, hey, let's, turn right. And of course, I would just listen to what he said. And little did I know I was going down like a double diamond. And so he was kind of a trial by fire type person. But, it taught me. It taught me. And so it's something that I love to relax on a ski sled.
Did you ski the back bowls, or not bowls, but back hills at Keystone?
Oh yeah.
Are those some of your favorite?
Oh, absolutely.
Not the front.
Absolutely.
I like the front.
I know. Yeah. It's just. And another place we used to go is Crested Butte.
Oh,
And so the bowls there, those are really fun. And I'm not really good at moguls. I've always wanted to like be one of those guys, that's like, but they're hard. They're hard. How do you ski?
I snowboard.
Oh, do you really?
And I hate moguls. So when I was learning to snowboard, I hit moguls, right? And for people who don't know, they're like these hills, little tiny mounds.
Yeah, you're supposed to like go around them. Yeah.
They might be actually not so tiny. They might come up to your waist if they're really big moguls.
Yeah.
But when I was first learning, my board got stuck between two tips. And I was in the middle, like bouncing on it. Like, how do I get off these stupid? I was like cussing. I was not happy.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah.
I was like, we're not doing that again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But it's so fun. It's so relaxing. And there's something about seeing the beauty of Colorado that just reminds you of how great the Lord is, too. I mean, I love seeing those trees and the snow on top of the mountains.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
You're born and raised in Springfield, the Ozarks.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Branson, Missouri. So yes, I am a real hillbilly. And so it was, growing up in Missouri.
You have your teeth? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's right. These are all fake. But growing up in Missouri was honestly was such an amazing thing. It's with a grandfather that had an emphasis in marriage and family. Family is such an important thing there to people. And so so growing up there, it was like kind of growing up in, the Andy Griffith show, Mayberry. It's kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
And so, it's there, instead of skiing, there's a lot of hiking. And so there's beautiful trees and these amazing hills, especially when you get down. I always say that, of course, I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, but the Missouri side of the Ozarks is kind of like the series of unfortunate events. It's kind of like, the hills are beautiful, the trees are beautiful. I love my home. But when you get into the Arkansas side of the Ozarks, man, you have those cliffs and you have those beautiful rivers. And so you can river raft and kayak and then go out to those outlooks, which is just beautiful.
Totally, 100%. And then in the fall, when the trees change colors and all.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Yeah.
Totally good.
It's like a painting.
So as far as like your granddad, because you referred to him a couple times, give me some of like that family background so that they're like, what's he talking about?
Yeah, so my grandfather's name was Gary Smalley, which some of you might know that name. And he was a marriage and family author and speaker, wrote almost 60 books. Which after writing one book, I'm like, how can you write 60 books? That's wild. That's wild.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, that is a lot of words, a lot of words. But he was such an amazing man, and he was one of those rare people that it's like he saw you exactly how you were. He like saw you the inside of you, and he had this unique ability to make you want to run through a wall because you were so inspired, and I miss him so much. But it's been cool to be able to all the time. So I kind of grew up. I grew up on a property that we were right next to my grandfather, and so he had this this fishing. It was like a trout pond right in between our homes, and he had built a little bridge. So it really was over the mountain and through the woods to Grandpa's house. I went, and I spent a lot of time, learning. I would knock on his office door, and he was probably writing his newest book or whatever. And so and so I'd go in there, and he would say, "Hey, let me tell you about what I'm learning." And so it's at that that age, I don't think I really appreciated it as much as I do now because, principles like honoring and lowering anger and moving to forgiveness, that was, those are things that he taught me at a young age. But then now as an adult, I can look back and realize what treasure troves that was, and all those different treasures that he taught me growing up.
And do you have siblings?
I do, yeah. So I have a 25-year-old sister, Hannah, and this is really cool. She's a Jewish scholar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she attends King's University in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, through Gateway Church.
Yeah.
And so she has always had a heart for the Jewish people, and so her dream is to move to Israel and to be an ambassador for Christ there, which I think is awesome. And then I have a 13-year-old sister named Zoe, and she is our Ethiopian princess. And so she came into my life when she was 6 months old.
Yep.
I was 14, and she has me wrapped around her finger. I love her so much. And so, yeah,
that's cool.
I have awesome siblings.
Very fun. Yeah. And Hannah, does she speak Hebrew?
She does.
Yep.
She does, which is just beautiful. Beautiful.
Studied biblical Hebrew probably?
Yeah, biblical Hebrew. That's right.
How fun is that?
I know. Yeah, I don't think it was, she told me it was like one of the hardest things she's ever done because Hebrew is a really hard language to learn, but she, sometimes to hear her speak it is really cool.
Yeah.
And hear her pray in Hebrew too. It's really neat.
And what did you study?
I studied something a little different. I studied broadcasting.
Nice.
And so I attended Evangel University in Springfield, Missouri. And so we just changed our mascot. We were the Crusaders, but guys, what are we now? I can't remember what we are now.
Like the Eagles or something.
Yeah, that's right. But
or the Wolves or
yeah, I can't say go Crusaders
Badgers.
anymore. Yeah. I think it's the Nobles or something like that. It's something really unique.
Right.
And so yeah.
Nice.
But anyway, so broadcasting and ended up getting a job on the NBC affiliate in Springfield, Missouri. It's called KY3. And I host their lifestyle show. So it's kind of a news magazine program, which honestly, growing up in the Ozarks, I thought I had kind of experienced all there was to experience, but I have been on so many adventures hosting this show, through caves and amusement parks and through all these incredible towns and meeting so many wonderful people. And so it's been a dream come true.
That's totally cool.
Yeah.
And what do you do to relax?
I golf. I love to golf. Yeah. Do you golf?
No, I do not.
Have you ever tried to golf?
Not really. Well, I went to a driving range in college. The guy took me on a date.
Yeah.
And at the driving range, it was like one of those that had metal things, barriers or whatever.
Yeah.
And I came up to the thing to hit the ball, right? And I guess I shanked it or something. And so the ball ricocheted
like a pinball machine.
Like, bing, 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 right? And I was like, I'm not doing this. I dropped the club. I'm like, I'm out.
Oh, you're out of here. You're out of here. I did see a Top Golf, though, really close to where we're taping right now.
I know.
So, yeah.
So you could go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fun. I think you'd enjoy it.
I went once and I was like, everybody needs to wear a helmet and body armor because who knows, right?
I feel like
you
that
could go
too.
everywhere.
Yeah. But it's fun. It's relaxing. I love getting out there with my buddies. And then my father loves to play golf, and so we play. And that's kind of growing up. That was always a special memory. Was playing with him on the golf course. And my grandfather also played golf as well. So that was cool.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for hanging out.
Oh,
Appreciate
all
the time.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Totally good. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching and listening. And of course, hit the notification bell right there because you get updates when we post new content. And we have this really fantastic joke. I know, I always say that tongue in cheek.
I'm excited about this.
I know, this one's a really good one.
Okay.
Did you know that Albert Einstein had a younger brother and his name was Frank?
Uh-huh.
He was a real monster. Frankenstein, Einstein, get it? Oh my gosh,
that was so good.
That
was good. That was good.
All right, keep watching. It's going to get way better.